Pierre here, and welcome to my channel, where I discuss crypto, stocks, and investing. In this episode, I'll be covering some bullish Bitcoin news and what major catalysts that I'm looking forward to that have propelled this market to the future. Stick around. Welcome back. So let's start off by taking a look at the Bitcoin price for today. So we're currently sitting at about 43,000. Looks like that there's some support around 40K and I have some resistance around 44. So I diverted a crisis the other day. So they look like we're in some pretty healthy upwards momentum, but still betting on seeing some more consolidation from here. That's pretty much where we're currently at with the price. So jumping into the news, Congress must raise the debt limit by October 18th. Treasury Secretary Yellen talks about inflation rates hitting about 2 to 5% towards the end of the year. And what does this have to do with crypto? Anything that actually affects the traditional markets does ripple into crypto. So it's always good to keep an eye on traditional markets while trading in cryptocurrency. So we'll keep an eye out for that. So next in the news, small town in Missouri, Mayor Jason Stewart is giving about 1K to each household, and airdropping comes with education. So about 1,500 inhabitants will be receiving this 1K in Bitcoin, and it'll also be teaching them how to utilize the wallets and interact with the network. So this was a great adoption story. So shout out to Jason Stewart out in Missouri. Next on the news, Fed Chair Powell says he has no intention of banning stablecoins or cryptocurrencies, but does reiterate talks of regulation. Same that we hear from Sec Chair Gensler, who fully supports and backs Bitcoin futures ETFs, but has that concern for investors. So we'll keep an eye out to see what regulation proposals they have in place more towards the future. So with that said, that segues into our top catalysts that'll push Bitcoin closer to its 100K Bitcoin price. So let's jump into it. As we all know, we've been waiting for Bitcoin ETFs for quite some time now. Seth Gensler was talking about Bitcoin futures is possibly being one of the first ETFs to be released around October. So we'll have to wait and see. But currently there's 9 Bitcoin ETF filings that are pending before the SEC, right? There's 3 approved right now in North America. So currently in Canada at the moment. Canada had some great success in the rollouts of those ETFs. Most of these ETFs will alleviate some of the buying pressures and make it easier for institutions to purchase Bitcoin without having to go through the custodial route. Definitely want to see this happen, and this is the wave of money that people are referring to that will definitely push Bitcoin into the right direction. The next catalyst, banks and crypto offerings and services. So we've seen a lot of banks giving people the opportunity to invest into certain cryptos, which is great. This definitely helps out with the ambiguity of the purchasing process, right? So banks like Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, and most of the other big banks are giving high-end clients the ability to do these purchases. So definitely another way to ease people into it without dealing with all that ambiguity in terms of the purchasing process. Next catalyst, the halving cycles. Supply and demand shock. I think these are probably going to be the cheapest prices that we currently see for Bitcoin, right? Let's say the top is already in, right? Holding these prices for 4 years and seeing 1,000% return is totally worth it, right? So definitely looking at the pricing forecasting and the analysis and stock to flow chart. So these halving cycles might even change. We may not see that huge 80% correction. We might see Bitcoin hover around 30 to 40, after hitting the top. So next is Ethereum scaling and solutions. So once Ethereum scaling solutions are finally solidified and out for us all to take advantage of, you're going to see a huge boom in terms of NFTs. You're going to see a huge boom of people purchasing crypto, and not having to worry about these exorbitant prices. I still think Ethereum plays a huge part in pushing BTC to that price range, and we'll just have to wait and see what their scaling solutions bring. Next is follow the money. People like Steve Cohen and Ray Dalio of Bridgewater. Like, these guys, you know, they're extremely successful in what they do, and if they're in the same space, then there's something worth mentioning. You know what I mean? There's something of value. Take a look at what the institutions are saying. You know, they're telling you not to buy, and they're buying the dips. Then, you know, they know something we don't, or we're right where we're supposed to be, and they're just trying to shake us out. So follow the money is huge. And lastly, the 100K barrier. It's a psychological barrier, and usually once a psychological barrier is acknowledged, eventually it has to be broken. You know, we haven't even gotten close to it yet. So I still think there's going to be huge pushes towards, you know, 70 to 80 to 90K. We're definitely going to see that 100K break, but it's all dependent on when. Yeah. So these were my top catalysts. If I missed anything, please leave any comments below. But if you like what you saw today, please subscribe and like, and have a good one.